So we can all agree that most of the internet is bots right now. Like, I am not imagining things, right? Because every time that I go online now, I see comments and posts that are basically entirely AI generated. And posted by bots on top of that. And the worst thing is that these posts are often not labeled as such. So what is going on here? Why are there so many bots online? And why do they keep posting this stuff? So here's the thing. AI content is getting more and more prevalent. I mean, more than half of articles are made by AI at this point. And it only gets harder and harder to tell what is and isn't AI. I mean, unless you really look into it, you might mistake it for a real photo or drawing. I mean, look at this. This looks pretty real, right? But if you look closely, you will notice 3 fingers, no left shoulder, the giraffe neck, and the bus shown in the background does not transport POVs to their families, but instead to hospitals. Oh, it even has a watermark that Google puts on all their generated photos. So basically, it's AI. But at the first glance, it looks perfectly normal. Heck, even the watermark is only being seen by other AIs. But a photo like this just raises questions for me. Because why do you need to make a fake photo? There are sadly way too many photos like this already. For me, it's just straight up evil behavior. Because not only it uses a tragedy, but it also makes people paranoid. Because they can no longer believe the photos that they see online. And this brings us to the first point: misinformation. So all these AI images and writings can be used for misinformation. And this is sadly something that I tend to see more and more often. From random photos and stories to even politics. And while the first two are bad because you are still making stuff up, the third part is the most worrying one. The possibility of someone creating a deepfake of someone important and starting a war is sadly more and more realistic. And as I mentioned, it's not only getting more and more popular, but also harder to tell. A photo like this is obviously AI, I mean, look at this. But a photo like this, not as much. I mean, on the first glance, everything looks fine. And that is extremely dangerous. We already have a growing political divide while being stuck in echo chambers. And I don't see realistic photos and videos helping with that. I mean, I understand that there is a lot to hate about politicians and people in power, but you don't have to make things up to fit your narrative. And this is what AI seems to be good at, by the way, fitting into a narrative. Because while misinformation is not a new thing, I mean making things up to fit into a certain narrative existed since the dawn of time, but AI made the problem infinitely worse. Because it simply means that you can't trust your ears or eyes anymore. Anyone can use it, and therefore anyone can make, I don't know, whatever propaganda or fake news they want. And unless you really look, and I mean really look, into everything you see online, you will get fooled by an AI photo or video eventually. And that is worrying, because while a lot of this stuff is used for some weird form of entertainment, the possibility of an AI generated thing becoming a danger to someone could happen. I mean, it already did. So after Hurricane Helen, someone decided to generate some photos of victims. And while some of them definitely didn't put people at risk, some did. Because you see, relief and rescue workers also use social media to see what's going on. And this was in 2024, so AI wasn't even as widespread as it is now. But anyway, imagine that you are a rescue worker, and you see photos online of people that, let's be honest here, kind of need rescuing. So what do? Well, you don't rescue them. You don't really have any reason to believe that they are fake, because why would you? No normal person would do stuff like this. Luckily, I wasn't able to find any information of anyone getting hurt because of it, but as you can imagine, the possibility of someone getting hurt was pretty big. And it will probably happen eventually. It's genuinely only a matter of time. And all of that applies to writing as well, because I'm gonna be honest here, good journalism is already dead. Because no matter where you look, a vast majority of publications now use AI to either help with research, which is actually kind of okay as long as you check the sources, but also to write the stories for them. And this is where we go into dangerous territory. I mean, okay, most of these publications are tabloids whose writing would be improved by ChatGPT 1.0, but with the lack of fact-checking before AI, I can't imagine how bad it is now. And obviously, bots using these LLMs are also a big problem. I mean, they are 100% making echo chambers worse. At least 10% of the comments are AI generated. And I am being very generous here. And the thing with AI writing is that it's harder to tell than photos and videos. Because with them you can look for inconsistencies. But with writing, well, let's hope that it's very obvious. and people running these accounts can simply program these bots to write whatever they want. These bots are simply an effective tool to make things appear differently. And before you ask about the point of that, I want to remind you that people are illogical and tribal. It's not about being right or something, it's all about appearing bitter and winning some imaginary fight. And there is also a possibility that a lot of these bots are run by social media companies themselves. I mean, they are the ones that would benefit the most from that, but that is up for you to decide. The possibility of being scammed is also rising. As for example shown by Toffeezilla in his exposing $10 billion industry video, a lot of industries use these bots to appear as more legit. I mean, go to Facebook or Twitter. Facebook is literally AI central with 50% chance of it being a scam. And these scams don't need to be semi-legal multi-billion-dollar industries either. Catfishing has gotten infinitely worse. I mean, back then you had to put at least some effort into finding photos that match or using filters constantly. But now you can just go generate any photo you want without any real problems. And you don't even need to write to people yourself, you can just get ChatGPT or something to do it for you. And of course connected to that is the increase of impersonation scams. With very little information you can pretend to be just about anyone. Fake products obviously also became more prevalent. I mean, go to Etsy and see for yourself. There are enough AI photos there to train another AI. And you know, I don't really like using the word scam often, because it's often overused in my opinion and used to describe things that people don't understand. But this is definitely a scam. I mean, what other reason would someone have to not use real images? I mean, I can't really find any outside of selling your weird-ass smart heaters. Wait, there are two of them? So yeah, AI has become a big problem, but we still haven't answered one of the basic questions from the beginning. Why? So first things first, that internet theory. Often cited, never read. And for a pretty good reason. I mean, the basics of it are correct. I mean, bots are interacting with each other constantly, but the specifics are kind of too conspiratorial for me. But why do I mention it? Well, I'm talking about it because I mentioned one of the reasons before, and I am of course talking about the fact that some of these bots could be run by social media companies themselves. I mean, think about it, who benefits the most from these bots? Companies, of course. I mean, this way they can show that they have X amount of users and get more from advertising. This theory has a weakness, of course. I mean, if advertisers see that the service is overrun by bots, they will pull out. But again, that would require them to know that, so make your opinion here yourself. Another thing is propaganda. I mean, it's pretty obvious. If people see that an idea is popular, they will adopt it because, you know, peer pressure and equating large numbers with being right. But again, make your own judgment here. So yeah, AI-fueled misinformation is a big problem. So what can you do about it? Well, the best thing that you, as a person, can do is get better at recognizing the AI. For text, there is this good video by Evan Ediger, which goes over some nice things, so go watch it. As for photos and videos, r/isThisAI is generally very helpful, generally. But here are some tips at least for the photos and videos that you can use yourself. Check for anatomy, pretty simple. Even the best AI still sometimes mess things up. Check for complex patterns. Patterns on ties and rags tend to get somewhat wonky. Look at clothes. Clothes on AI photos tend to melt together or even disappear at parts. Look at the artist's profile. I mean, a lot of current artists use work in progress to show that they are, well, real artists. But also, if all of their work is too similar, it's probably AI. But more importantly, think if this photo made sense. I mean, for example, why would someone send a photo like this to their significant other? There is also SynthID, which is a hidden watermark, but it's only put there by Google AIs and there are words around it, so it's kind of hit or miss. Or you can do whatever this black magic is. Do what you want, honestly. So this is a very hot and ongoing topic. I mean, this is only part 1 of the video. The second part will focus more on the art side of things. So if you enjoyed the video and want to see next ones, please consider subscribing and see ya. Bye!